But again, it has to be noted that Mousesports have not lost a single map this entire tournament. So it's kind of, I think it's hard to lay odds for, to be honest with you. And I don't know, bearing that in mind, it feels kind of strange that NIP are the favorite in the eyes of Unicorn for this one. But let's see. Maybe there were heavy numbers laid on them earlier on.
Oh, they have Deva. And that should make a difference. Instant headshot around the corner, but it's not enough. Hampus is not going to be able to get that kill. Instantly traded, though. So we're back into a 4-on-4. And Rops is currently waiting for them to come right up here into the open. Rops hears those steps, and he's going to get the flank. Nice little headshot. Falls back. Doesn't even take any damage. Excellent work so far.
Creating space for the trade. And there's still a chance for the Ninjas. They are together with the bomb on long. Disengaging Dexter. There's a USP for Device.
With a minute still on the clock, there's actually a lot of time for him to work with here. Pyjamas still down on that B site, but he is rotating into water. Exactly, he's rotating into sewers to get close to connector so you can cut off that rotation if Ninjas and Pyjamas were to try and hit B site. Nip don't really, I mean, they can assume that there's some kind of flank, and that's exactly what Device is checking for right now. They're thinking that perhaps T-Spawn has been compromised. What a weird pistol round. Nip are usually very tight on their pistol rounds. There's usually a game plan that they stick to. Here, I mean, this is just pure chaos.
Just trying to find an entry, trying to find somebody caught out. Wrong place, wrong time, trying to land that headshot. See Plopsky's just waiting. Bomb spotted now towards A. Like a start to see Pyjamas rotating. We got kills either side from ACOR for a 1-0 start for Mousesports.
That bodes well. I do agree with the point that Launders was making going into this, that ACOR, you know, this is where it's going to be, this finals is going to be his proving ground, I think. He needs to ramp up. Maui was also making that point that his stats have kind of dropped progressively as the tournament kept getting deeper and deeper. And that is kind of a trend that we've noticed with ACOR, where as you get deeper into the tournament, he tends to start missing more and more shots. So hopefully this is where he puts an end to that, puts a stop to it, and starts really going toe-to-toe with Device. Because that's why, another reason why I went with Nip on my prediction is that the op is so important. We just saw how that kind of screwed up Astralis versus Big. Them still trying to figure out their op identity, who actually has the op, who takes the role, and who can snipe. The fact that I think Device should consistently out-op ACOR, I think is too big a difference to make up. But we'll see.
Surge into the B bomb site. One flashbang and off they go. Pyjamas drops immediately. Plopsky spamming with a Tech 9. Loads of bullets, but Dexter is still alive with a third frag, in fact. Did more than was reasonable in that position, and ACOR will stop the bomb from being planted as Device tries to make it to the wooden panels. Great individual play from Dexter to find 3 kills there. No plant for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They will be on $2,500 to $3,000. So very good start indeed from Mousesports. Some nice bonus money there with the MP9 kills as well.
They'll need to hope that they can get a bomb plant in this round, because this is a hard eco now for NIP, so even more difficult. A bomb plant last round would have been terrific, would have really set them up for a very strong 4th round bye. But now, I mean, it should be that round loss bonus gathering up here for NIP. They do manage to sneak a couple players past top mid, and so ACOR, dude, that was a split second too early. Had it, like, even a quarter of a second later, that would have done some serious damage. But as it stands, Mousesports, I think they got a read on the situation that this is a hard eco. They should assume as much. And so we should see Mousesports just kind of playing comfortably from the sights here, looking for those long-range duels against these Glocks. There is a Deagle, so that's a little bit of money spent here by Rez. So we'll see. Can he actually catch somebody out in the open here?
That jump picking will surely be heard as they approach the toilets. And I would imagine somebody will try to go for a 1D. I say somebody, Rez is the only man with the Deke. There we go, he is fishing for it now, and that will stop the jumps from Frozen. He's got to be careful. I was going to put an NIP sticker on my print stream, and then I realized I had the undercover complexity stickers on there. Can't really see them. Can't see Rez anymore either. He has expired in round number 3. Frozen's been dropped though. Now there's a chance for a bomb plant. We can see immediate positioning from additional CT and Rops to clean up. No bomb plant. That will be denied again But 2 kills is pretty good in that round. It's almost a full-on eco, just a Desert Eagle and a few bits and bobs. Not too shabby.
Terrific. That's actually really terrific. 2 kills on that. That's really solid. They didn't get the bomb down, so this just doesn't mean right now that they'll be able to get full nades for a device on the AWP. But you know, the rest of them are pretty well equipped. So all in all, this turned out pretty nicely here for NIP. Keep in mind they get money for when they kill as well, so that can make up for it a little bit. Molly in. Device was hoping for some early aggression in connector. Not going to see anybody though. And this is the guessing game now between these two oppers. Where are they going to be posted up on this map?
Oh, Rops flashed off the angle. And fade away. You never know if there's a repeat behind that flashbang, but there won't be. So Ninjas in Pyjamas have established some presence towards long, and Mousesports will change their setup to the toilet position. Frozen and Rops working together now. But they have to wonder about long. I can't imagine NIP will just go straight to the bomb site, but eventually they will have to wonder. And indeed, ACOR will be that third man heading over towards A. I'm sure they'll have a look towards the long position, figure out what's going on. The question is there a device waiting for him, posted up himself? And it looks like to some degree that there is. Oh, he's going to go into it as well. The angle still being held, Plopsky taken out. It's a lot of information found by ACOR, but he cannot hold position. There's a gap in that smoke. NIP could pursue, but they're rotating away, it seems. Frozen may find this. Dexter with a nice angle as well. So it looks like a plan B or a plan C for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The sound cues are here. They make their way downstairs, and they might even have a chance to plant the bomb. Dexter moving into position, looking for a 5th kill. Oh man, that angle from Frozen. He said he would be integral to a victory for Mousesports, and he's definitely showing that. But so is Dexter. Lead by example. 5-1, just like Rops.
It's the best way. Yeah, that's the best way. Lead from the front, take the fights, get in there. And hearing some chatting right now, we are going to have a quick tech timeout called. So hopefully nothing too crazy. We'll be able to get back to underway fairly soon here. That was just getting caught step after step after step. Device getting no value with that AWP in that round. Unfortunately, I'm wondering if he was just thinking that ACOR was going to get clever with the positioning. Because just looking, you know, that's going to be the main focus, the main head-to-head kind of battle here between these two oppers. And ACOR on that CT side when he has that AWP versus where Device wants to set up to try and catch him. And within the first 20 seconds of the round, ACOR really hot towards that birthday area and also towards brackets like banana bracket area. He's really there, but he does go connector every now and again. Rarely, but he does. And so I'm wondering if Device was thinking, okay, he'll just throw that in there early to try and punish. But it just didn't come up good this time. So yeah, aggressive peek from ACOR top mid. A little info gained.
We've seen a number of slow starts from Ninjas in Pyjamas in these series. And it's another one here on Overpass. Mousesports though, out of the gates immediately. Bemis has not had much to do. Rops, Frozen, ACOR and Dexter with the heavy output. And they all have, there'll be 3 of them on this B bomb site, Bemis included. Dexter, they're lining up for him, good for 1, but look at the kills flying through from the Ninjas. Rops misses a shot. I feel like there's some, I think there's some kind of thing where you see 2 targets and sometimes your brain fires between them.
Yeah, that's where you can really see the difference with the pros. They rarely make that mistake of getting caught in between the 2. But this time around, it just doesn't pan out, and we're going to get a bomb plant on a hard eco situation, essentially. I mean, NIP, they had the Galil, sure. But past that, they didn't have much to work with, and yet here we are, bomb planted on the site. Fantastic here for NIP. Pulling a fast one on Mousesports.
Yeah, those 2 kills, the 2 entries to the 1 frag of Mousesports very early on was integral to the take of the bomb site. And then Rops was unable to hold or deliver. So it will be ACOR and Frozen to hold on to these rifles. Dexter can perhaps drop 1 and buy for himself. Yeah, it should be all right to do that. So we'll see what they choose to do. Just waiting for 1 player to reconnect to the server. Overpass, still my favorite map of the map pool at present. We will see how Ancient develops over time.
It's your favorite map. I didn't know that.
Overpass is my favorite map for sure, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Why is that? It's the least played.
It's a great technical map. You can have a lot of fun. If you're playing A on CT, for example, with an AWP, and you have a guy working with you as rifle support, there are so many different setups you can do. You can play from the site and flash him long. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. I know a fair bit about the B-bomb sites as well. I learned all the grenades on T side.
You have somebody there to help you. You actually have a rifler who's willing to set up with you to watch.
If I'm pugging, I'll find out if the guy's going to work with me. If not, I'll play B because it's pointless otherwise.
Okay,
but
I was about to say, like, did you have a unicorn too?
So it's yeah, there's a lot of fun you can have on this map. Running down connector is another one of the AWP, taking a quick shot. Very satisfying to get to land a flick there and then escape afterwards. A swing and a miss on this occasion for Mousesports. We've seen such an interest from T sides in the B bomb sides as well. With Overpass, Pyjamas avoids the flashbang somehow. Eats second one, doesn't fire any bullets though. Maybe spraying into that tunnel might have been an idea here. As we have the entries again from the Ninjas. Good grenade damage though. And maybe they can follow up on that. 2v3. Double AWP retake attempt for Mousesports, and Device already has the angle. But how about this peek from ACOR? That man knows his angles. That was a really sick peek, but there's more to do. 2 versus 2. You'll imagine that one is stuck on the bomb site, going for some tags through the wood. There we go. Finally landing one. 4 HP now for Plopsky. You can see Rock's on the low ground in the meantime. He has an incendiary. That goes towards the side, then Plopsky is done for.
You almost want to see it.
Oh! Well, that will change everything. That's a flick from ACOR. He came into this one ready. We spoke about landing shots and so on. He landed that one and then some.
Dude, he's sitting at 10 kills right now, ACOR. So
that's what you want to see.
That's what you want to see, especially when, you know, I mean, this is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, you're happy to be wrong in this case, right? Because you don't wish a player underperforms. But when you do notice that a player has been statistically underperforming on his team, it's like, okay, you have to point it out. But for him to show up like this in the first half of the grand finals and just get into double digits before anybody else, it's like, okay then, fantastic. We're off to the races here for Mousesports.
If he delivers in this series, then for me, I'll put those comments to rest at this point. Because from when he joined, I was like, okay, all right, let's see if he's able to step up to the mantle. And we have seen that in this tournament. We have seen more of that consistency that a lot of us have been looking for with him. And he looks dangerous with the fashion in which he's landed some of these kills. Proactive pistoleros on the counter-terrorist side here for Mousesports. Taking some map control very quietly indeed, trying to have the A's NIP players heading towards the trap. Rox has a nice awkward angle. Very patient with the deagle as well. Respecting it for it to give him some accuracy. Well then, maybe you have a fast bomb plant here for the Ninjas. That'd probably be to their benefit. We'll see if they've planted it for the more exposed fashion, the high ground and such. So many players towards short B now, and Device will be looking for them, but there's a flank on the way as well, which will compromise his position. That's a lovely headshot, and he holds the position for short B as well. Device, that's why he's on the team, and that's why NIP might be the favorites in this series.
Well, in the last series, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, he was the only player to go positive for NIP. So that is certainly the big performance, you know, from Device, showing that I like that there was a little bit of speculation, you know, is Device reliant on that framework that he had on Astralis, and so would he be able to perform without that framework there to support him? Or, you know, will he be that star that NIP brought him on to be? And, well, yeah, he certainly has shown that against G2. Plus 24 KDA, like that is monster. The only guy next one was Rez, but even Rez was in the red. So between the two of them, there is quite a bit of firepower right now on NIP, and Device can be that superstar to take over and make the difference for the team. So 3 rounds on the T side now for NIP on Overpass. Dexter playing this very carefully, but unfortunately for him, this should be a win, yep, for Plopsky. So nicely done there by Plopsky, keeping his cool, holding that angle. Gonna get a second chance as well. He sees the feet, but he starts moving. And just like that, blink of an eye, Mousesports have turned it completely around.
ACOR elevating his position. It's going to be hard to flash that spot, at least with that particular flashbang. Somehow Device gets his molly out, and he's in the clutch once more. 47 seconds, and they're coming from all directions. Switches out for the AK-47 for the multi-frag. Connector doors open, which makes it even worse. Off angles can be held. We'll deploy the smoke for that reason. That will advance Robs, who's coming through from T-spawn now. But Device may be inviting a closer rotation with this utility, looking towards CT, but Robs will have the angle from the back, of course. And it's a 5th round on the board for Mousesports, a second AWP collected as well. And it may be comfortable for now.
Yeah, and it is, it's worth pointing out as well, just the firepower that's on Mousesports and just how incredibly proficient they've been. Not dropping a map all tournament means, you know, okay, fine, they've only played 8 maps versus some other guys like, Nico playing 14. You know, but Rops and Frozen have just been battling for the highest rated player in the tournament so far. Between the two of them, they're absolute monsters. So, again, you got to keep your eyes on Rops, you got to keep your eyes on Frozen, because those guys are just going to town for Mousesports. Bam, beautiful shot from ACOR to kick things off, not going to get caught by that flash.
Yeah, he needs some help to escape, and he may have to fight and die on his sword, and he will do exactly that. Very awkward position for him, didn't really have the space to peek into where Hampus was coming from without it being very disadvantageous. Flashbangs never came fast enough. In those situations, it can feel like an eternity pulling a grenade out, figuring out where to throw it and such, and I'm sure it'll feel that way for ACOR in round number 9. It's a meaty HE grenade, good for about 50 damage. Oh, not very nice at all, is it? Not palatable.
That hurts so much.
As Frozen got the flicks here. Oh! Just as he swings his rifle, obscures his vision of Device. Rob's really tracking with that AWP. He's missed a few shots now with this sniper rifle. There's a chance for 2 for Pyjamas. Hold on a second. This is actually clutchable. Bomb planted on the A bomb site. Deploying some more flashbangs as well as he makes his way forward. Hampus now, does he have an angle? I think he may do. Spotted him, Pyjamas making it tough. Just needs a 1 versus 2. Grenades deployed, Device waiting to swing. There it is, he picks the right timing.
Ooh, and they managed to save the AWP for the next round as well, so Device will be able to pick that one up and go to town. Bit of a late spawn behind here, so we'll see where he decides to set it up. Unfortunately, did not get a quick spawn for an early peek. Beam is showing up to the party, though, starting to have an impact. Solid work from him. But that is still a 4th round on the board now for NIP, and a 4 spy coming in here from Mousesports. Everything on the line. 2 rifles, an AWP, and a couple of pistols. Not the best. But again, NIP, not the best spawn for them, so early aggression would have been difficult. Instead, they elect to hold angles and see if Mousesports were going to try and make a play. So yeah, you can see little boosts coming in. We're going to start getting some of those gimmicks in here. See if they can catch something for free. Of course, that's exactly what you hope to achieve. Oh, bullet rain. Haven't seen that in a while. Nice
Easily
shot.
avoided, but the headshot is not. Rez in control now of the long position. Frozen starts to creep into the toilets with the 5-7. Some quiet rotation elsewhere as Mousesports head upstairs, it looks like. Just like the old eco rounds when Overpass first came out. Lots of camping on the A bomb site. Although not many of those had an AWP. Lost and found. Dexter will pick it up. Will they check for Frozen's angle? He's close enough with the 5-7 for a 1-shot. Has an AK now, and Pyjamas is here to help. Holding down the long position, got a shadow advantage, and he's alone now, Pyjamas. Not many places he can go with those flames ups and pre-fire from Plopsky. Needs to swing with his teammate. ZTR gets there eventually. Tinker's waiting for a flashbang. And round will go the way of Ninjas in Pyjamas. The score is tied now, 5-5. But the money is not. Mousesports are broke.
Mousesports are flat broke now. That was an all-or-nothing kind of move from Mousesports that last round, forcing up. Now they are going to have to go for Deagles. Couple of guys had a little bit more money, but yeah, 3 Deagles in the USPs. Okay, then. ACOR going to be seeing what he can do in this round as well. But that is NIP fully geared up, and they know what they're going up against. So they've got a couple of MAC-10s as well to see if they can't get their farm on here. Plopsky taking points towards B. No time at all wasted, just straight charging out there. Hampus and Plopsky just marking the B defense. ACOR, what can you do? Not a lot, and just avoid these MAC-10s. I love that Nip put the MAC-10s first. That is how it is supposed to work. I love to see it. Make the money with the MAC-10s. It's the whole point. So Frozen now, what are you going to do? 1v5. Not a lot. Very quick round, though. Quick and decisive round coming in from NIP. That's a bully round. They're not going to give Mousesports a chance to just lurk around and, you know, play rat CS and see if they can't catch a trap there. No. Just go charging straight through and bully them. You'll love to see it, Bardolph.
Would you pick this Deagle or a Deagle Blaze?
This Deagle.
I sold my Deagle Blaze.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Deagle Blaze. I know Nico has one. Right, there's still a few players rocking the Blaze, but I would take the Prince Stream, personally.
Yeah. I got rid of mine. Doesn't feel legendary like some other skins. Oh, he's rocking that full Prince Stream life with the M4.
I respect that.
I have a red loadout on CT, so hot rod for me. I'm using the hot rod silenced M4.
I think it's my gloves wouldn't match with the Prince Stream M4.
What gloves have you got?
Got the Force D-Pat.
So oh, yeah.
You know, it's kind of like hard to...
It's not the best contrast.
Right now I've got that old Vietnam skin going, whatever it is. But, yeah, we're figuring it out.
The Asimov, certainly a classic weapon in this game. The Kenny S special, having a look-see, announcing its presence, and then falling away to rear its ugly heads. With an element of surprise in a different position. You can see ACOR posted up on long now. That's a deep flashbang though. Oh my god, it's a close shot as well. He may try to escape with a smoke. Indeed, he will. Off he goes. Oh, that's going to spread. Oh, that's painful. Oh, this is... Oh, it's risky.
How did he live? Okay, finally.
Oh, man. I like the confidence, though. The man is getting greedy. Oh, man, Frozen. This is becoming extremely awkward now for Mousesports. Just a disaster around this AWP of the toilets. A round to forget, perhaps.
No way! What is going on?
Yeah, that's an avalanche.
They've lost every duel, and now Device feels so confident. He's just straight up out here hunting with an AWP. Dude, that's a valuable gun. Mousesports will want to save that. Hamp is ZTR and Plopsky just hightail it over here, though, and they see the op, so okay. They know that BMS hasn't pushed in here. Now ZTR just going to snag that, and I like this gun management coming out here.
Weapon disposal service.
Yeah, very good. Ooh, wait, wrong one. Oops. He just threw the op up on the roof.
Oh dear.
Oops. Wish you had that back.
Rez just appears all of a sudden, and then Bemis is dead. Well then, we have 4 rounds in a row for Ninjas in Pyjamas. 7 of the last 8 rounds. Mousesports, where has your success gone? What has become of it? Well, they won't be able to tell us just yet. They'll be on eco territory once again, and that's a significant turnaround. It's a mere fact that that started with the AWP outstaying its welcome, then trying to retrieve the AWP, getting shot in the head through the wall, then full focus on the toilets and 3 kills from long. Went from bad to worse. A disastrous round for Mousesports, and it may change the outcome of these coming rounds. Likely to do so for this one, with the pistols and odd piece of Kevlar and grenades for Mousesports. This is one where hope is a factor for them. Hoping for some variant for a mistake.
Well, they're about to walk into a stack right now, so this is going to get spicy for Nip. Unless they can get a quick couple of kills. You can see the nades coming in. ZTR spotted the man short, at least. Element of surprise has not been lost. BMAS just spraying through this smoke, though, with the dig. Hampus will remove him, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. But ZTR is taking a lot of damage. This is a spicy situation for Nip if they continue to be bullish about this. There we go. All right, now they may start to stabilize here. Smoke's clear, that's gonna limit the room. Now we're gonna get Plopsky on the flank, and Plopsky with the triple spray. Nice work. 8-5 for the NIP. They are looking better and better, Bardolph.
Yep, indeed they are. Okay, someone's game crashed. There'll be a brief pause, but
that spray transfer was so disgusting that it crashed Dexter's game.
Mousesports will be back on the bye. I feel like this half is closing out pretty quickly. There's only 2 rounds left. Feels like it just started.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
It is definitely going fast right now. So, seems, I mean, NiP, you are no strangers to running the clock. They will run the clock down if they feel like that's what they need to do. But right now, they've been doing such a good job of breaking Mousesports' economy over and over again that they feel confident that they can just play quick into these pistols. I mean, to be fair, out of the last 9 rounds, Mousesports have only won 1 round. This has been nothing but NiP now on this T side. NiP's T side, though, I mean, to be fair, their T sides have been pretty fearsome on Overpass. This is definitely in their wheelhouse. They've flexed hard on teams all tournament long on this T side. So we can't act too surprised that NiP are mauling Mousesports here. What's going to be really interesting is to see what Mousesports have in store for us on their T side when they get to have their turn on the offense. And that's just so unfortunate.
Oh dear, outpositioned, and this one is collapsing very fast for Mousesports. Looking for that individual performance once again. Haven't seen too much of that from Frozen just yet. But there's plenty more CS to come. Rob's now looking for that second kill by the truck. They're lining up for him, but no kill. 4 versus 2. The way forward is very difficult for Mousesports, and I would imagine the way backward is the way to try and save for the last round. See Dexter going for the save there. Well, it's a pretty good half from NIP. As far as they're concerned, I'll be content with the current situation, the current proceedings. Mousesports won the pistol, right? I believe they did.
They did.
Indeed. So
the following 3 rounds.
Yeah, that proves very crucial now. So especially considering they won the pistol, it's pretty much as many rounds as you could ask for Ninjas in Pyjamas. So pretty solid position for them. This is their pick. Oh dear. That leaves Beamers with 3750 in the last round. So that's not really
ideal
at all, is it?
No, this is not a good situation for Mousesports at all right now. They really do need to get this last round. They need to do everything they can to get this last round. But they're so limited. Frozen going for the auto shotty. So I wonder if he's going to go post up in connector right now, see if he can catch somebody getting aggressive over there. Always an option. Got a decent spawn for it, too. He's going to be right behind ACOR. So we may get ACOR, Frozen working together here. Frozen straight down into Con. And we'll see if he can get some joy with that auto shotgun. If it will bring him pure joy. In the meantime, NiP taking over long now. A little bit of map control for them here. Device is cleared out mid. And what a flash. Device finding ACOR as well. That is it. A site open for business.
5 versus 3. 498 HP NIP.
NIP looks supremely confident right now.
Yep. And this one is very quickly reaching its conclusion in the first half. And we look set to have 10 rounds on the board for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Look, they're planting the bomb. Look how much utility they have left. NIP, it's nuts.
Just start throwing it too, yeah. Just get that utility out there. Really just win everything. I mean, what are you going to do? You've got nothing on Mousesports' side. There's a molly, then a smoke. There's a fresh smoke on stairs. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, they may never see this bomb sites at this point.
Another one.
Flashes as well. Now NIP will look to take liberties. There's no diffuse kit either for these players. Just looking to pad the stats now. Oh, 180 from Robs. Nice play from him. Well, got some flashy kills towards the end of the round. But indeed, it will be 10 rounds for Ninjas in Pyjamas on their pick of Overpass at halftime. Looking very strong indeed. Not starting cold for once in this series. We'll see if it continues after the break.
This is Keyboard ASMR with James Barlow. This is my Night Fox keyboard. I've got Zelio switches in here, 78G. This is the spacebar. Launders gave me this key. This is a shotgun keycap. This is a burger. I've got big springs because I go hard in the paint. This is my Scrabble key sets. This is DSA coffee, 60% with a champagne case because I'm extravagant. The enter key says brew. This is Zelios 67G because sometimes you gotta mix it up. Lighter springs for the plebs.
And we're back. Hope
Home
that made you
sweet home.
uncomfortable. Where's this?
I'll be there in 48 hours, Bardolph. I'll be there in 48 hours. I used to live not too far from there. See, that is Stockholm. That is Sweden, and that is where these players are fighting to be at the end of the year. The World Championship, the major, will go down right here in Stockholm. Driving distance from my home. We're going to be there, boys. We're going to be there.
But is it cycling distance? Could I go on a skateboard?
You could.
Marvelous.
Yeah, definitely could.
The Avicii Stadium. No.
Indeed.
No longer the
Changed it up
Globe
from the
Arena.
Ericsson. It is no longer the Ericsson Globe. Now they just renamed it. But still the same Globe. Still the same awesome arena.
If
and
you
it's
do-
going to be awesome to have CS there once again.
If you do make it to Stockholm and you're not from the area, look out for the scam taxi drivers at the train station. I got a
Come again.
taxi. Because they got the official taxis on one side, right? And next to them, they've got the dodgy taxis. Okay, like a guy with a Mercedes or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, I'll hop in the car. Like, surely it's a normal taxi. Otherwise, why would they just allow him to be like there? So I got a taxi from the train station to the Ericsson Globe, as it was called at the time. It took all of 3 minutes, and he charged me 60 euros for it.
Well, okay.
So I invoiced it to DreamHack, so it was fine.
And now we know why they've had to sell out to ESL. Fair enough.
I feel like, people should be inform you of these things, so there we go. That was the cost to move my suitcases, so
Be warned.
yeah, so I invoiced it. I know what you want from me. Mousesports on the T side now, heading towards the A bomb site. Rops has the range with a P250, but they're closing that range now, which will be advantage Glocks because there'll be more bullets and the moving accuracy is not too shabby either. Ampus now trying to stay alive and able to do so. USP frag from ACOR. Collecting as they go on. Bomb plot being attempted. Device is emerging from that smoke, but can't do enough, really. Mousesports now win the T-pistol. Both pistol rounds won by Mousesports, and maybe that will be the difference maker.
I mean, fortunately for them, they won the pistol round in the first half, or this would be an even more one-sided scoreline right now going into the second. So Mousesports getting the job done on this T-side. Fantastic work from them. That's exactly what had to happen. And I think we're going to see a lot of that punish going on to Rez in Overpass restrooms. That's really his stomping ground. He loves to play in that 3x3 meter room. And just, I feel like teams need to take more and more advantage of that. It really is his spot on the map. And so I think, Mousesports running up long like that, they're probably expecting to see him there. And that's a free kill that gives them the man advantage.
Well, here comes the push into the short B position. But Frozen has the angle, holding down for his teammate. The short B position. Zetia on device. This force buy looks like a brief one. There'll be a trade frag immediately. So much position taken. Device looking for the headshot now. He's got a few candidates, but none really accepting his offers there. In fact, they'll deny it with extreme violence. And then the score is now 10-7 for Mousesports. Nothing but force buys we're seeing in these second rounds. Not quite paying off just yet.
No, has been actually pretty decisive in favor of the team that won the pistol. So good, going against the trends that we've been seeing, that we've been picking up on this tournament, where many second round force buys were getting won by teams. I think at one point up to 40% of them were getting won, so that is outrageous. But yeah.
It's the money-making round. It's the paper round, if you will. Dexter will be fishing with the MAC-10. Gets his bell rung, and that'll be Plopsky looking to capitalize, but Rops is here. He is the safety officer, health and safety officer. He's got his high visibility jacket on and his hard hat. And he politely makes his exit. 4 versus 4, not much for Ninjas in Pyjamas to offer. Just really need to try and get a frag or two and focus on the round to come.
Oh, staying sharp, staying focused, that's the name of the game here for Mousesports. Also, making a bit of money. ACOR going to be very pleased with picking up these kills with the MP9. $600 per kill with the SMG, so it makes a big difference compared to the 300 that you normally get, or the 100 you get with an AWP. So, ACOR again, just out here. Surprise, surprise, gets the shot, and bonus $1,200 in his pocket. That's for your offer as well. That's just going to make him all warm and fuzzy. Can even just go straight, just go for the AWP, ACOR. Just by the, yeah, okay. Throw that MP9 away, get the op, yes. All right, but let's see. This is going to be the big round. Very curious to see where Device decides to set up. Does like to go for the birthday party peak towards top mid Device. Definitely one of the common spots, but it's looking like he's going to head down stairs first. As far as Mousesports are concerned, this is a very default kind of approach from them to begin with. Sit and wait. ACOR was ready for the birthday peak. Rez in his usual spot over here at mid restrooms. Towards long, this is where you could, if you look at a heat map of Rez, it's just glowing like a forge. That whole area of the map, restrooms, and even a little bit towards the tree at long. But this is really where you can expect to see Rez the majority of the time on CT side. So Mousesports will curious to see how they adapt to that. Device and Hampus, though, rotating up to A site. We're going to be looking at trying to support Rez here in a moment. Rez is soon to be all by his lonesome. No fresh smoke going down either to help him out here, so he is definitely freaking out. Which way does he need to look? Turns out he picks the correct direction to kick things off. 4-on-4.
Device creeping on the outside. Just about doesn't see Rops. How long does he hang out here for? If he goes back outside, he's at a disadvantage. I think he may have just heard a footstep. I'm not sure. Oh my
No
God,
way.
his timing is unbelievable. But he can't expect people to be at toilets, and maybe, I'm not sure what ZTR's position is, but he may go for free. Oh, has he seen the barrel of the gun there? He certainly has. Now, just a bit slow on the trigger finger there, trying to ensure a kill. ZTR is traded. Problems on the A-bomb side, lining up for Hampus, though, quickly turning things around, delivering the 3rd kill as well. And there's the round for NIP, and the AWP save from Long. That one went back and forth very quickly indeed.
What an outrageous round. That is so insane. And Hampus with the triple to hold it. So Rez, luckily for him, he was realizing he was in a 50-50. He needs to guess which side he needs to be watching, and it just so happened that it worked out. But for Hampus to get the triple kill there, he literally just saved his team. That should have been a Mousesports round with that kill on Device and ZTR. So, what a hero play from the NIP IGL, making it all happen. And now Device goes for his aggressive peek mid. ACOR not going to be able to hit it either. And we're back into the standoff. Device taking Rez's spot. Rez playing down on B right now with the rest of this NIP defense.
Oh, just above the heads.
Dude, ZTR, this is going to be brutal, though. Smoke is going to clear. Smoke is going to clear. And that is impeccable. ZTR, 2 kills for him.
With a UMP. Oh, ACOR, no fatal connection there. You can see the bomb is just to his right-hand side.
That is such a nasty setup. In case you're new, just tuning in, when the smoke clears and you're standing in it, you have a split second where you may see your opponent just a little bit faster than they see you. It's just the way that it works in the game. So you see players, you know, often they'll sit in smokes that are just clearing up to give them a little bit of an edge if somebody happened to be on the other side of it, right? So ZTR taking full advantage of that right there and absolutely destroying Mousesports.
Oh, there's the bomb spotted. Bemis at least surviving that engagement. But there's a lot more to do. 32 seconds. We'll see what Mousesports are just trying to protect themselves here. Ninjas in Pyjamas don't have all the money in the world, so I don't imagine they'll hunt Hampus maybe moving forward just to keep an eye on A in case they do go for a bomb plant, but I think Mousesports will be holding formation for now.
Especially because he does not want to just be stuck on that bomb site. But with 9 seconds left, this is it. Mousesports are just going to hold on to the gear that they have. They don't have much money to fall back on right now. Their economy is essentially broken. They don't even have full loss bonus, having only lost 2 rounds in a row so far this half. But you can see it there. Just as that smoke clears, ZCR, when you're talking the reaction times of pros, even a split second is an enormous advantage. And so ZCR, he's just going to be able to get that kill for free and then move on from there. So brutal. But it's also why you catch pros really watching smokes closely until it's fully cleared and they can see there's nothing hiding in it, because it's just becoming more and more of a thing. Device again with the aggressive peek top mid. No fear from Device. This NIP team are looking very confident on Overpass.
Yeah, they love themselves some OVP. Device. We boosted up, ready for ACOR to move past the rock. That timing was spot on. Back they go. 1 minute 15 on the clock. An open 2AK for Mousesports. Pyjamas looking for some toys, but not finding much of anything. And sound is cut. No short B presence from anyone. Oh man.
Okay.
Another one bites the dust.
Does he start taking over now? He's at 17 kills. Runner up on his team. Well, you got 3 guys at 13 kills on Nip. So really it's just Device and then the rest of the team. This time he's going to get caught. Pyjamas catching him peeking, but there's Rez. You just took out the right hand, but now the left hand gets to take its shot. And Rez right there with the instant trade. So
20 seconds to plant this bomb. We have some counter utility from Ninjas in Pyjamas. You have to wonder if Mousesports will opt to save again, because how could they possibly win this round from behind that smoke? Utterly brutal situation. Frozen maybe looking for damage. Hold on a second. 6 seconds. Rez is on the site, but the bomb is being pulled out. Actually going for this, and Rez will put him out of his misery. No bomb plant either. Ninjas in Pyjamas move to 13. Some nice entries from, well, some nice opening kills, if you will, from Device. Wouldn't call them entry kills on the CT side. Sometimes it can be, though.
Dude, the mood on that team as well, man. They're all smiles, right? It's just looking like they're having the time of their lives playing this match right now in IP. Looking like they're just having a ball. That is actually just the best thing to see for NIP at this point. 3 rounds away from picking up the first map in this series in decisive fashion, and they're just looking like they're having a ball. Mousesports now, the pressure is really going to be on them to come up with the goods here. A couple of deagles picked up this round, a smoke on Pyjamas. They are no closer to getting onto a bomb site. Dexter and Pyjamas just now starting to clear out connector. ACOR and Frozen over in playground, so it's making you think they're going to rotate back over here towards mid. Resin Device, though, not playing too forward this time around, playing from the bomb sites. They know that this is an eco round.
This jump peak will be looked for, though.
This is Device's favorite spot on the map. This is where he does a lot of his work.
Will there be some wall bangs? Oh, there we go. Pyjamas saying hello. Got to be careful now. Well, Robs has found a kill onto Hampus. I'm not sure if he was jump peeking towards B or what, but Rez now with the pre-fire on a second attempt, and he has possession of long. 35 seconds Device at the bank position. You can stop across towards the truck from bank. Oh, this Bex is surely going to see him first now. The shadow, a slight warning for Device there, but he wasn't ready for it, and that changes everything. Rez being flanked, entertained by Pyjamas, but Rops is here from the back, and this could be a very unlikely round for Mousesports. And very expensive for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They can't actually afford to lose in this fashion. Even now, they're all kind of screwed, and it looks like it's going to get worse for them.
Oh, he shoots his teammate's body.
1 versus 2 now, ZTR. They're both heavily tagged. Can he find Ropsto? He's got the angle for him. Surely he's got it. Now that is a clutch. That's one way to bring things back for your team. 10 HP, gets his bell rung as well. They barely survive, but they survive.
Dude, ZTR, these are some big rounds from him. He's had a quiet map so far, but he's had a couple of monster rounds, one of them a quad kill round, and that clutch. Well played by ZTR, the young gun here for NIP. Doing good work, and he has a real understanding. I mean, this has definitely been one of the stronger maps for NIP since ZTR joined the roster. It was his strongest map, and you can see when they're on this map, NIP, they just feel very comfortable. Feel like they've got it figured out. Rez this time. Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
ACOR knows his angles. He knows his crouch peaks as well, as we saw earlier.
This is where I want Device to be like the big brother who's going to come over here and beat ACOR up. And what are you bullying, my little brother?
NIP wrestling control back from Mousesports. Hold on a second, though. This one's not over just yet. 3 versus 3. Hampus with some lineups. He's got Plopsky here for help as well. Money low for both squads. Very key round, especially for Mousesports trying to come back. Pyjamas quietly dropping into the water. Spots some Hampus. Somehow he gets that kill, and Plopsky can't trade. A rare miss from Plopsky. Normally good for the trade frag here, and that leaves Device in a 1 versus 2, coming from far away. He's picked himself up an M4, up against ACOR and Rops, trying to close as much distance as he can before ACOR gets into position. You can see him now.
What?
Wow. That man is ready.
What a shot. Jump peek into an instant headshot. That is a thing of beauty, ACOR. Okay, then.
Just another
Stylish.
day, no smile or nothing, emotionless.
Stylish.
He's a contract killer.
Let's see. I hope we have it from his perspective here in the end. That last duel. That would have been sick.
It's quite a turnaround from Mousesports.
That's sick.
Beautiful. Just bouncing into it. No Fs given whatsoever. And look what it's done to the economy of Ninjas in Pyjamas. This has really opened the door for a comeback from Mousesports, an MP9 and a M4A4. The main weapons here. ACOR looking for it already. Device is warned away. Even with the M4, sniper versus sniper, there's an expectation and he looks for it. Deserves a kill there.
You see those smokes go down, you just know there's some shenanigans afoot. You'd have to throw that smoke every round just to make it unpredictable, make it difficult to read. BMS chasing Hampus back. Hampus, right now, Mousesports are worried about some kind of weird bait and switch setup. Hampus is just getting kills that he just has no right to get, no right getting. It's actually getting a little egregious. So 4-on-4, Rez and Device are posted up in mid. Just not in position to help out their IGL.
CZ is active again. Don't see it as often as you used to at the moment. 40 seconds remain now in this 3 versus 3. Device with the rifle could be crucial. Baited by the reload of the AK, it seems. ACOR had the angle. And down goes ZTR as well. Man, ACOR really looks like he spent 3 hours doing deathmatch. 19 kills for ACOR, 17 for Device. 15 for Plopsky, who has a task ahead of him if he is to pursue around here. But I don't think so.
He's not going to win it, but if he can get a kill out of this, that'd be nice. Thing is that, and unfortunately, none of the guns died in a place that he can recover them. Unless he were to somehow get out here to connector, but Dexter's already 1 step ahead of him. So if he were to run there now, Dexter is just camping. So I don't think that that is going to be what happens here. Plopsky.
That skin is so weird with all the eyes. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
It makes me uncomfortable.
Let's see. Oh, and there's the bait. No, well, Plopsky dies, guys. Plopsky dies.
Great presence of mind from Dexter to squeeze every last edge out of that round.
Yeah, that was really good by Dexter, just using the bait. Like, all right, you think you're going to be able to pick up a gun over here?
They're only 4 rounds behind now, Mousesports. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are in eco territory. So, there's the potential for a steal here.
yeah.
NIP buy at 11, they buy at 13, and then suddenly the score is tied. That's the way that Mousesports have to look at this. Well, that's a nice choke point for Rops to find himself 4 kills.
A little bit of a clinic there on spray control. This is how it's done.
Yeah, the clinic of an unlicensed doctor.
Just gutted them.
Hampus now doesn't want Rops getting that that ace. And move well away from the B-bomb site with the USP. I feel like he's just hiding to avoid the ace here.
I think so. I would approve of this behavior. Just run away to the other side of the map and intentionally die to somebody else. That's what you need to do here. Going actively towards Rops, however, I think is a mistake.
That's pretty cool that the stat track is on the bottom of that karambit. I don't think I ever had a stat track karambit.
It's hidden. Doesn't ruin it like other knives.
Yeah. I think it'd be ruinous on that one. I don't mind on like the... I had a Ruby bayonet with it on. I liked it.
Okay.
But anyway. Well then, here is that 11, which means it's time for Ninjas in Pyjamas to buy. If it gets to 13, they'll be at full loss bonus, which means a bigger buy. You can see some grenades are missing from this one.
I wonder if Mousesports decide to go long this time. Long fast. And get out there nice and early. And again, try and like pressure res. That would be nice to see. Just that split on A. And we're getting that same smoke thrown down here from Rez. And so again, Rez going to make ACOR nervous here, making them think that perhaps there might be some boost or some weird stuff going on. So this will slow it down a little bit. But Rez deciding, okay, that's a good time to back off. Pyjamas and Dexter not going to be able to just follow up on him immediately. And Device is now rotated back up to the A side. So NIP right now just really trying to get in position to hard counter a B rush early. And once the B rush doesn't come through, because they have Rez as an early warning system, they can just rotate Device back up to A little bit later and play off of that. Mousesports though, what's the play here? We've got the death ball. All 5 alive, moving up banana towards A. Life is going to get real interesting for Device in a moment.
They have to know, Mousesports, that one of them is going to walk into an AWP at some point. No challenge from the toilets just yet. Again, Device just waiting for that confirmation kill. Pyjamas moving towards the site. Help is here from Rez, looking to swing now onto Frozen. Down he goes as well. Like dominoes. Rops is the only one left, but he will fall very quickly afterwards. Into the hands of Rez he goes. 3 kills for him. Rescues the AWP, which keeps an AK out of his hands. And NIP moves to game point.
Decisive rounds like that are what's going to get the job done. Device, the trigger discipline on Device as well. You know, he has 2 shots that he could have taken before that third one. Doesn't take them, waits for the guaranteed kill, doesn't give up the surprise. And that means that Rez can just nuke him as well. So just brutal setup there for NIP.
Yeah, and those two walk into a trap essentially with Rez to help behind Device and a player on the site. They have some kind of trade frag or crossfire situation. So it works on a few different layers. But what doesn't work is the pop flash play towards the short B position, dealt with by Dexter, an early 5 versus 4. And perhaps a focus towards the B bomb site for Mousesports. Rez seems to be headed there as well in case of a faster play, but the bomb's not even collected yet. So things may slow down after that initial engagement.
Try and force Nip to spread back out again to cover more ground. Device, however, gives up the angle. Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, there's the spot. Frozen will have seen Device full on. Even if we just barely saw a sliver of Frozen, from Frozen's perspective, he would have seen Device clearly. So now Device going to be held onto this point. Rez as well, locked in up here on the A site to back his Opera up. Hampus even thinking about rotating back. He's over in Graffiti. But this is going to be a B hit, and ZTR, I mean, peeking for info now. Nice flash, getting a bit of info. Still spotting him in sewers might be enough to go off of here. Yep, Device starting to rotate down. Rez has pushed restroom. This is it. Nip realizing what's going on.
And here comes the push into that B bomb site. Mousesports getting the lion's share of it. And they're putting NIP into poverty status. Again, Device has to hold on to this AWP, not just this round, but the next one as well.
How's he going to manage that? Frozen is already rotating up to A site. ACOR, I mean, it's a little bit harder to hunt with the AWP.
Oh, scope's gone too deep.
Ooh. You're not
So
going to
patient.
jiggle. You're going to jiggle Device. Get out of here.
Doesn't go for the 1 pixel kill. Goes for the 15. Might try and skirt towards the site as close as he can without dying. Makes sense. And then run directly to the site. Exactly. Marvelous stuff.
Well played. Very well played. So, Device threads that needle, stays alive with the AWP. His teammates, however, looking like another round of eco coming up here for them, as you pointed out. And so this was the setup. The flash was just not expected. I thought that Dexter played anti-flash, but he was just in a very clever angle to stop the flash from hitting. So that worked wonderfully. And Nip punished for the aggression in that last round. Now we're going to get a Deagle. And Device with this AWP. Mousesports with some early aggression towards B by the looks of things. Fully expecting Device to stay on A with the AWP. They're going to head over here towards this bomb site. ZTR, yep, has to be careful. Nice little HE on top of him.
Oh, he's in trouble. Well, this may be a brief round. I can't imagine Device goes for anything here. Would be kind of crazy. But how does he hide? You can see Frozen's checking long on the radar.
Yep.
Where Device is. I'm not sure if he saw anything there. But he has to rotate the bomb, actually. Or someone does. Well, now it's only Device. If they know where he is with a minute on the clock, they may look to eliminate. So we'll see.
I mean, Plopsky will have enough money to drop Device and AWP in the next round. That's crazy.
In before he clutches the round.
Bomb only just getting planted. Devices like this is a lifetime. And well, there it is. I hear the shouts from the green room right now, or from the blind spot, the analyst loving it.
Well, he still has money for the AWP, so it comes out immediately for Device. And indeed, this is their last full buy in normal time. Mousesports have a big opportunity ahead of them, at least to take it to overtime. And Rox will be looking for a 30 bomb in regulation as well.
Loving to see just how competitive it is. But Mousesports, yeah, on their way to reproducing the same scoreline that NIP had on their T side, 10-5 at the end of the first half. Well, right now, I mean, this is a fantastic job coming in here from Mouse. We still have some nades on Nip's side. Minute 30, flash into sewers, another flash over. Rez gonna peek, and he gets 1 kill. Nicely done.
They line up so they're not so exposed to the wooden panel as you normally would be. So the response is limited. Well then, Mousesports 4 versus 5. What is the play? You can see Rops taking the bomb beyond the fountain position. Frozen and ACOR moving up. And Device is somewhere around here. He's by the toilets as per usual. Now, was he spotted? I think he may have been. Goes back to the well, and he will be deleted for doing so. Rez on the site now. We'll wait to see what he can find.
Hampus is rotating up the bank, so Rez isn't alone at least. And Plopsky's already starting to cheat his way back over here towards CT as well. ZTR has been left alone on the B site, but he's going to have to start rotating quickly now as the nades come through. Mousesports committing to this A bomb site, and there it is. Hampus once again. 1-for-1 trade. Good enough.
Time pressure is starting to increase for Mousesports. 2 versus 2, and maybe there's a chance for them to plant the bomb. Plopsky's got an incendiary, but it won't land in time. And maybe that can be used to defuse the bomb later on. Mousesports fall back, but this may be a mistake. Plopsky's got a smoke grenade. He'll put it on the bomb itself, actually. We've got Bemis now to find an angle in that smoke with the AWP. They can't hear if the bomb's being defused either, so things are getting very hairy indeed. And there it is, over the smoke. Maybe it was always the plan. There'll be a defuse from Ninjas in Pyjamas. 16-13 on Overpass.
Nip delivering Mousesports their first loss on a map of the tournament. It had been a pure run from Mousesports, 8 maps in a row for Mousesports, a beautiful run, but it comes to an end here in the grand finals. Now can they bounce back in the second map, Bardolph?
Indeed, that'll be Nuke, and that'll come after the break, but not before some thoughts on Overpass from our panel.